Boom shakalaka, a huge day for Ethereum. Less than 30 minutes, the Ethereum EIP-1559 London hard fork is going live. Why this could be the beginning of the flippening for Ethereum, or it could also be the beginning of the end. Plus, Bitcoin just did something that it did not do in the 2013 double peak. If you want to find out exactly what that is, stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're talking about Ethereum and Bitcoin specifically because big days for both of them. Now Ethereum today, EIP-1559, the London hard fork goes live in less than a half an hour. Pretty exciting times for Ethereum. This could mean a couple things for Ethereum, and Bitcoin, my friends, just did something it didn't do in the 2013 double peak. So we might want to take a look at that and what it means. Before we get into that, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, come join us over on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove, where every week we give away one of these sweet shirts. Now, what does EIP-1559 mean? Well, potentially it means a triple halving for Ethereum in terms of the supply shock. Not one halving, not two halvings, but three halvings all in a row, bringing it up on par with Bitcoin in terms of supply shock. What does this mean? Well, as of right now, only 22,500 ETH per day are produced, but after EIP-1559, only 2.6 thousand per day. That means it's going to become 90% more scarce, a 90% reduction in supply. That's 50% times 50% times 50%, roughly 90%. Is having a triple halving. And that, paired with what Arthur Hayes is talking about here, and yes, I read the white paper, we're saying let's assume Ethereum can capture some of the percentage of the 5-year average earnings of banks and the big 4 audit firms. If that were to happen, guess what? If it captured 100%, that'd be a $4 million Ethereum. But come on, it wouldn't do that. Let's say it captures 10%. That would still be a $405,000 Ethereum. But come on, that's kind of ridiculous. Let's say it captures 1%, a $40,000 Ethereum. Either way, it's pretty crazy for Ethereum. And this potentially could be the catalyst that causes the flippening, where Ethereum actually becomes #1 in market cap. It flippens Bitcoin. But there's the other argument, the other side of that argument, by the same guy, by Arthur Hayes. Fear is the mind killer. And yes, I know he's the guy, he's the CEO of Bitfinex, and he's undergoing trial and a whole bunch of stuff, but he is pretty smart when it comes to money. He actually says in this that the Ether inflation schedule of EIP-1559, if improved, will substantially alter the inflation schedule for Ethereum. Essentially, instead of Ether moving from users to miners in the form of network usage gas fees, there will be a base fee that's burned and a tip that goes to the miner. There's estimates that up to 70% of gas spent on transactions could be burned. Now, what he goes on to say further is that at this point, the network's economics fail. The price is high and hodlers are popping ace of spades, but it's a short walk to the poorhouse if the DeFi apps that require fuel cannot obtain it at any cost. Basically, if Ethereum becomes too expensive to use, well, that could be a problem. And if that is a problem, we have other solutions like Matic, which potentially could be at a discount right now. I mean, down from $2.50 to $1 if fees are expensive on Ethereum. Let's look at some other things like Polygon, Matic. But I personally think that this is going to be huge for Ethereum, because for everything that's done with Ethereum, I think it's at a bargain price. Now, Bitcoin, on the other hand, has just done something that it did not do back in the 2013 double peak. Because, let's face it, everybody's saying, hey, you know what, we're having a 2013 type year. We're having not one, but 2 peaks this year. It's not over. And sometimes the market likes to disappoint the most people possible. And taking a look at this chart, Bitcoin just did something that it did not do in 2013, but we'll get back to that. Because if we take a look at everything else, fundamentally, Bitcoin's looking sound. Sound as a hound, is looking great. I mean, if we take a look at the proportion of Bitcoin supply held by longtime hodlers continues to trend higher as coins are held dormant. This is the proportional long and short-term holder supply. As we can see, every time there was a drop in this short-time holder supply, the price rocketed upwards. See? Bottom here, price rocketed upwards. Bottom here, price rocketed upwards. Bottom here, price rocketed upwards. So this looks like we have a lot of long time holders, not a lot of short time holders. And that looks good for Bitcoin. Not only that, but we have the number of new users coming onto the Bitcoin network reaches a new all-time high. Higher than back at the peak. And yet the Bitcoin price is like, I don't know, 2/3 of what it was. Significant discount. Not only that, but the illiquid supply ratio has taken another giant leg up. As a matter of fact, right now, last time Bitcoin was at this price, it was $53,000. Not only that, but reaccumulation looking similar to like what happened in 2017, where we had these red bands in between the giant green band. But not only that, guys, because it doesn't look like there is an end in sight. Willy Woo has this, a heat map of total coins absorbed by shrimps stacking their sats, and towards the top, yeah, there's a lot, but down here, not that much. Well, we only had a little bit, really not that much. Even the blow off top out there wasn't even close to what we saw back here in 2017, 2018. And based on that and based on everything with Willy Woo's price prediction models, it would have Bitcoin topping out at this red band right around $200,000 as of right now. So, why am I saying, let's just look at it with a little bit of caution? Well, here's why. If we look at the Pi cycle top indicator, now this doesn't tell us anything other than the top, and it tells us the top extremely accurately. It's 4 for 4 so far. 4 for 4 so far. So that means that next time it will be 5 out of 6. So, right now, 4 for 4. And if we take a look, everyone's saying, hey, this is like 2013. We have a double top going on. And you can see here, this double top, we had a peak there and a peak here, and it called them both perfectly. But as you can see, after the double top here, this orange line went above the green line. Now, let's take a look at where we are right now. We just had a first top. The orange line did not go above the green line. As a matter of fact, this divergence of green and orange line right here looks very similar to what happened there at the peak in 2017. It also looks very similar to what happened here at the peak in 2014. Not only that, but it also looks very similar to what happened way back here in 2012, where it goes out very, very wide. And each of these times that it happened, 1, 2, 3 times, it was at least 2 years and sometimes up to 3 years before we saw another peak. So, based on that, while everything fundamentally looks great, there is the possibility that we may see Bitcoin waiting a few years before we get to the next peak. It may not be in September or even the end of this year like everyone's thinking. So guys, that is all for the episode today. As you can see, by the time this episode is posted, it will likely be the Ethereum forking. Time to fork it up or scissor it up or whatever you do. So guys, if you enjoyed that, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.